sure the post has some too. Facebook. I've never done this. Oh, nice.
Yes, I know. I haven't turned mine off. It doesn't work very well anyway.
Yeah. Well, and also advance the songs. Yeah. I'm not too worried about being able to read that.
We'll turn up that shade. That'd be awesome. And then but mainly stick to financial. Is that what you want? Kind of like financial, but also just a quick little reviewer. Okay. I just okay. Would this one be better? Put it on together. No, I just. Okay. All right. Okay. I understand. Okay, what do I do to put it here?
You're good. This arrow.
Arrow. Okay.
So it's pretty close to.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Something for you. Me too. Yeah. The point is, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Thank you.
get started. Hi.
See, like this women's tournament. Well, 30 pounds. I'll take the girl. You, me too. I think I left my finger.
Okay, I'll bring it to you. Yeah. Well, you can tell
I will.
Anybody else want some pink drink? Get ready to get started, so now's your time. We've got plenty over here, so please get some.
Could you have some more? Oh, no. Yeah, I was reading the parking lot.
Right. Yeah.
You didn't know I was watching it on the microphone.
Just like me.
It smells good. Does it taste Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to, first of all, say thank you. Welcome. Thank you guys all so much for being here. This will be the first of many opportunity meetings that we'll have. And this is the first time we've used this venue, so we'll see how it goes. I'm Erin Zimmerman, and I'm a Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I'm just based right here in Tulsa, live at 101st and Sheridan, so right here close by. I've gotten a chance, I think, to meet most all of you, and we've got a really great mix of people here from a lot of different teams, so welcome. Can I get a raise of hands? Who here are ambassadors? Okay, good. So we've got a good mix of both ambassadors and yes, that's great. So we're gonna have fun. We're not here necessarily to sell you anything. We just want to provide some good information both on the products and on the business. We've got some door prizes, so that'll be fun as well. And I'm going to try to leave enough time at the end where you can get with whoever brought you and ask questions. So we'll try to do that at the end. Fingers crossed. Okay. So this is a little disclaimer. This event is brought to you by Independent Plexus Ambassador. It's not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. The Independent Plexus Ambassadors and Plexus Worldwide don't claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease and take no responsibility for personal actions taken after the event. Always consult your doctor before beginning any diet or exercise program. Most participants in the events will not be medical personnel, and those who are do not know your medical history. Please consult your physician if there are any concerns prior to and during your Plexus journey. All inspirational testimonies, posts, and tips should not be considered medical advice and are not representative of Plexus Worldwide. Their tips, inspiration, and motivation provided to you based solely on the personal results or opinions of the individual speakers or posters. So, the opportunity of a lifetime. You've probably heard this thrown around with regard to Plexus. Is that loud? That's loud. But what makes this the opportunity of a lifetime? I think it's easy to say, and there's lots of MLMs out there, but what makes Plexus unique? What makes Plexus unique? So first of all, these products are changing lives, and we're going to get to hear people's testimonials throughout the evening of how they're changing lives both financially, but also health-wise, or both. So that's very, very important. You hear people say, this mascara has changed my life, but maybe not quite the gravity of what we're talking about here. So, and there's a lot of great products out there. I'm certainly not bashing anything, but we really are changing lives with a lot of it. It's a very minimal investment, less than $35 without product, up to $240 with product. It's timely because obesity is so rampant. Also, so many health conditions are rampant, and a lot of things that we can't really explain that have so much to do with our environment, our food supply, etc. So, they're timely products that work. And then the compensation plan, I actually did work for another MLM prior to Plexus, and it was something that I was just doing for fun to, have some adult interaction. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids under the age of 5, or 5 and under, 5, 3, and 10 months. So it's fun to get out and visit with adults sometimes. So that's what I was doing. But so I do have some background on comparison of another compensation. Plexus, it really has worked either way. So a great plan. So what if? These are a few stories of just what if Plexus could change your life. Jen Hawkins, Jenny and I actually went to college together. We've been really, really great friends for almost, we were talking about this, as long as we've known each other, almost as long as we didn't know each other. So that's always kind of fun. But she has a great story, and it's fun to read because I was right there with her. I was watching her and interacting with her and walking around with her and knew some of the struggles that she was having, and then saw what Plexus is doing. Sarah Marble, I don't know her personally, but she's also a Diamond Ambassador, which is nice, so she can go with Plexus. And then Megan Knox, she's here this evening. She's right over here, and she has an amazing story that she's going to share with us. So, I am going to read Jenny and Sarah's stories, and then so Sarah's Marble. What if you're tired of 12-hour night shifts away from your kids and missing out on life's important moments while working nights, weekends, holidays, and all? What if you could find a way to fulfill and be able to help others while working from home part-time and build a life of your dreams? Plexus has been that for Sarah Marble. True answer to prayer, work from home while raising kids. That was Sarah at the very talk. Hey, Jen Hawkins, what if you worked full-time and you only got to see your 1-year-old for 1 hour before bedtime during the week. The thought of saving for your children's college was, what if you desperately wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, knowing that this may mean your husband will have to work into his golden years and you would be just barely getting by at best. But then Plexus enters your life and allows you to not only be a stay-at-home mom, but to completely change the course of your family's financial. You no longer worry about retirement and can even get abundant. You feel incredibly blessed and grateful to be financially free. But seeing your team members also gain help in the financial freedom brings you indescribable joy. This has been Jen Hawkins' Plexus for you. So, really, really great story. And then I'm going to just do a little bit of vegans and ask you. What if in 2009 you were diagnosed with MS? What if this began a daily routine of injections? What if at one point you were going to the hospital every day for 4 to 5 days to have steroids? So I want to bring up Megan Knox and tell you the rest of her story and how Plexus has changed.
So it decided that whenever I asked to share, that my comfort level was very out here. And I am not wrong. So, I'm probably not the future. And in 2009, in between 2 and 3 hours time, which for me was really fun, and then I went out one day, and my legs were so hard. So I was sitting here, at 9, I got to bed, and I was unable to work out by one. So in 2010, our carriage fell with one. And with MS, I feel like it's finished. After the birth of the right prior to the birth. It's feeling bad. Rip the back. The boy is so in 2007, he's born back in the day. I gained a lot. So I got it, and didn't take it like I should, because I thought, oh, maybe it doesn't. You really have to take it every day. So when I got done, I wrote it all. In January, the same friend that dared me decided she was asking. For bio and bio. So now I'm about 7 months from the do it again the next day. And I get so I do go to the gym and exercise, pay for it 2 or 3 days. If I pay for it, I wake up, first thing that's coming out, I wake up paying. And that's how I do it. But I figure out when to get that. I'm thinking of how much coffee I have. And so I no longer my body. So not everyone likes to hear that. I really feel better, and I feel like when you can get your body feeling better, you get stronger, lighter, and your weight, and it's just kind of all in place. Weight, and your mentality, emotions, and I think that is what you do. So, you know, someone say, how do you know? And I walk in my house today and I adjust the pillows, and then, as silly as that is, prior to that, pillows are never covered. Too much adjust. And then the laundry being washed 5 times is too much energy to put in the dryer. 6 to wash it. Rolls. These are the good rolls. 3-year-old. She easily does that. And then when she does go, it's like dramatic for everyone involved. Now she's quiet. Screaming, okay? But she wanted that. Not only I have lost weight. I'm working out. Thank you. It's so fun to hear all these stories, and we all read them on Facebook, but to actually get to interact with someone and actually hear it and hear some of the details, I just love them. So, okay. So we're just going to go through a little bit about the business opportunity, the compensation plan, and then touch on the products briefly. This isn't going to be anything that's super in depth. That's for another time, another meeting. But we will cover off on everything. So what makes this a great business opportunity? There's something to sell. It's consumable. That's important. You can sell it and sell it again. Is the product desirable? So these are questions you can ask yourself. Is there something to sell? Is it desirable? Does it have high market appeal? So I mentioned this earlier, but obesity is huge. #1 health problem in the world. Weight loss is in the $66 billion
industry, so that's amazing. Is it affordable? Yes, and it's also backed by a guarantee, 60-day money back guarantee. So you can try it and virtually risk-free. Is the business affordable? Is it affordable to get into? This is pretty amazing. So looking at franchises, a cheap franchise or startup business will cost you $25,000. Most are $250,000. McDonald's is $750,000. Plexus, if you get products that you're going to either use or sell, it's $250 max, unless you choose to buy more. And without product, it's less than $35 to be able to start the business that's amazing, and that the income potential is amazing. And I can say that because whenever I first got into this, two of my very best friends, I was sitting here watching them. You guys may have heard Jen Hawkins and Celeste Quinn. Those are two of my very best friends. And I'm sitting here watching them, and I knew that, I know them. They're great people. They've got great personalities. Neither one of them have sales background. They were doing an amazing job. It was just because of them, but also the products. These products are amazing, and anybody can do this. And I think that it's fun to see people that you actually know that are having success with a business. And I think probably most all of us either have or will have. A little bit about Plexus. 2008, the executive team purchased this breast health company. So Plexus started out as a breast health company. Plexus Slim was launched in 2009. In 2010, the annual revenue was $968,000. That's $1 million. And then you can see 2011, 12, 13, how it's grown. From less than $1 million to $10 million to $36 million to $160 million. So it's quite a growth trajectory. March alone of this year was $30 million, just that 1 month. And then we're projected in 2015 to be $1 billion, which is amazing. Amazing growth. 40% of the products are purchased by customers. You may be thinking, well, that's really important because that shows that the products are needed, they work, people want them. It's not just a bunch of ambassadors buying a bunch of business brands to get rid of it. That's a really important fact. And then this I love, it's got completely dedicated. That means that these executives, they can make decisions. They don't have a board of directors influencing what they do. And they really are wonderful people who care about the ambassadors and have the very best of the ambassadors. Super smart in that they realize that if their ambassadors are happy, their ambassadors will produce more and stay with it, and the company will make money. Makes a ton of sense. I don't know why more companies don't do it. Totally makes sense to me. This just gives you that a little bit more about that growth. In the last 3 years, it's grown by 16,857%. The first time I saw that, I was like, that's got to be a typo. But it's not. Growth quadrupled in 2013. And we really are just getting started. If we were 160 million annual revenue last year, we're going to be $1 billion next year. This is the time to jump on board because the growth is crazy. So there's so many people that Plexus has really helped them tackle their debt and be able to get ahead financially. All right, so just kind of paints the picture that we have the right products at the right time, the right company, and that really does equal the perfect goal. Just going to breeze through the compensation plan, but just to give you some highlights, and especially those of you that aren't ambassadors, just so you have a sense of this amazing compensation plan that I'm talking about. Why is it great? So, for several categories, there are 11 different ways to get paid. That right there is really good. It's like they're nickel and diming you to death, but in a good way. Every time I turn around, they're sending me a check or putting money in my bank. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll take it. I love it. So the first one is retail and wholesale commission. So this is pretty traditional MLM. So you sell an amount of your product. If you sell up to $499, you get 15% commission. If you sell over $400 million, $500 and over, you get a 25%. And it backs up. So if you hit 500, you start getting 25% commission on these dollars. So it's not like for 500 on, that's where you get everything. The only thing is the first $100 goes back to Plexus. And that's just so that they can operate this it makes school sense. So, and it also helps us to have a little bit of skin in the game as we're selling. And the cool thing is that volume comes from products you sell, but also products you purchase yourself, your family, your kids, your husband, whatever that might be. So your own personal product, once you get past $100, you're earning commission money. So, awesome. I love it. Bonuses, business building bonuses. So whenever you sign someone up under you as an ambassador on your team, if they purchase a welcome pack, then you get a little bonus. So if I sign up Hannah and she purchases a welcome pack, then I get 50% of the cost of the welcome pack. And then the person who signed me up is 25%, up to 15%. So it's just a way to sort of incentivize you to get people not only to sign up, but then also to get that welcome. And those welcome packs are great. You save a ton of money on the product, and you can either take it, or you can turn back around and sell it, and make your money. So really, really good. Pay points. This is one of the main ways that you get paid with Plexus, and this is profit sharing. So I really like this. The way it works is for every ambassador you sign up under you, you get points for it. And this tells you, you get paid 7 levels down, and this just tells you how many points you get per level. This is provided they're active and they're meeting their $100 and all of that. For a lot of people, but you get your points for them, and then what happens is Plexus takes all their revenue per month and put it in a pot. They split it down the middle, they keep half of it for themselves, to run the business, invest in new products, research, whatever it might be. The other half they pay out in the form of profit share. So 45% of that, or 45% of the 50, they do like this. So each point is assigned a dollar value, anywhere from $2.80 to up to $4 or $5. In this. And then as you accumulate points, so if you're getting up to, 20 ambassadors under you, that's a good point. That's $2 or $3 from this one of the 11. So this is something that's really neat. Category 4 are these achievement bonuses. These are one-time bonuses. As you accumulate those points, you reach different levels within the company. So gold, ruby, or gold, silver, gold. Then you saw that those things diamond. So the cool thing is Plexus allows those diamonds to do what's called re-entry. So Jenny now can come back under her team as like her own employee and work her way back up and get double. But you get one-time bonuses that vary in amount. And then whenever you get to Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond, you get a percentage of that pool I was talking about. You get an additional percentage of that. And this is also the point where you earn your Plexus that the company puts the tax. These are just some of the perks. That's another thing. This is blowing me away as I watch it. They're just, they know how to motivate and excite you. It's so much fun. And it's fun watching people earn this stuff because it's exciting and you're thinking, wow, I really think I might be able to do this. It's fun. We've got coming up in Orlando the Leaders Retreat. And so this is just, I've not ever been before. So I'm really excited to see what it's all about. Okay. Just send you there and you can bring a guest and learn and they're teaching us, so it'll be hard. They send you, you get some luggage at one point if you're finding your time. I talked about Lexus, get a white one for Emerald Sapphire and then a black SUV or convertible. So, just amazing. Oh, the most, probably the most exciting thing is the Emerald Extravaganza. When we reach Emerald, you get to Hawaii and take a guest, and that's coming up. There's just lots of really fun perks and just additional things. And these are not a part of those 11 additional days. These are just extras and fun. So. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple or a few more testimonies, and we've got a mix here of business testimonies on how Plexus has impacted these individuals financially, and then also a couple more health testimonies as well. So I think we'll just go ahead. Hannah, do you want to go ahead and start? This is Hannah Barnett. Silver, almost gold.
So that was. Hi, I'm Hannah Barnett. I signed up and we became Facebook friends. I met her a few times. I noticed seeing Plexus, and I have tons of Facebook friends that all the different things sell it. Sarah, weight loss, you name it. I have friends that sell it. At least one. And so, I was interested, and normally I just skim right over them, but, after a while I started looking at, oh, this testimonies are amazing. She wasn't trying to help. Works. But I had done before, and I had tried to sell them. Bother all my friends and family, and I was not real well. I'm not a salesperson. I'm never doing anything like that again. I'm very simple. And so, after a while, I just talked to her, and she was promoting, and she was and about a year ago, my husband decided to change careers, his dream job, but with a big salary cut right around the same time on this child, and I was staying at home, and I thought, okay, if you say that, we can make it. And then the day I was going to go back, I in my position. And so not only did my husband lose about half his salary, almost, and so we were panicked. So we prayed about it, and we had saved what we can get by for a couple months. I just wasn't ready to go back to work. So, it is, but especially with mostly a little baby at home. And so, when you see people do well, that would be nice, but it just doesn't happen. You see that. You're really good at it. So, you're really good. I just talked to my husband, and the more I saw him, really quick, no, it's just not always left and bothered. I was drawn in, just kind of. I talked to my husband, but don't do it again. He's like, no, do what you want. Thought about it some more, and I finally was like, I'm going to get the first semester. And by the way, I'd seen her like, and finally I got it in her. And she walked me through, and I just felt really good about it. And so I thought, I'm just going to get a bullet and sign up. And I thought, if you're low on money, I had gone back to work part-time. Financially. But probably afford it for that. But no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask her all I've got. I'm going to maybe get a couple of orders, take them back to work. And that way, free. And the other thing is that I was just brain fog, probably my financial situation, stress, bleeding, very busted, and that's what we were needed. Right. I signed up, and I started posting on Facebook the day I signed up, before I even got my product. And so, I signed up, I think March 18th. By the end of the month, I had already sold enough. It's crazy. My husband was blown away. I was blown away, and I'm like, well, at least I can take it for free. And then slowly it's just progressed. And I was a teacher previously, and I don't quite make what I do. But I'm just blown away, and I feel very blessed. Different. Just, that's my Plexus. I love
This is Jamie Howard, and she is an ambassador under Elizabeth. Jamie has a health testimony.
Sorry. I've been overweight most of my life, adult life. I'm skinny kid, still really head. In 1996, I gained 6 pounds of weight. I'm obese. And then since then, I've kept that on. Bit harder than that. About 4 years ago, I started getting a rash in the winter. Getting a rash on my front and very uncomfortable, very itchy. Doctors, steroids, steroid creams, $75 worth of stuff that worked, and they never did take care of it. I was sitting in a yard shop about a year ago, and they did. I never heard of that, so I did a little bit of research and did the 6 steps. And I just started to treat myself. I've been to doctors, and they didn't work anything, but I kind of treated myself, but it's never really gone away. My back is open sometimes. I don't know what to do about it. We've been on our journey about 7 weeks, and we both lost about a pound a week, which for me is very happy because that's about how I put it on. So I'm thinking that it'll stay. You know, I started using the Wi-Fi tablet, without it, and really helped me in a lot of areas. And need to another reason and my husband is diabetic, and his numbers have been right around 100, and one half of the number taken and that's the thing. The weight, it'll happen. And, you know, I'm not worried about that. And worried about that. I've done it to try to get off of the restrictions that we're on. And, you know, stop taking approximately that arthritis on me, and had a couple of injections. And his orthopedic doctor put him on the cardiologist had a fit. So, but it was helping, so he stayed on it. So then he's been on fast release, and after we've been very, very slow at all the products. Both started out with Slim and just had one capsule of one thing at a time. So it's been kind of a slow journey over the last 7 weeks, but it's slower. You know, when you're trying something new, you want to put it good slow. He's been on the fast release now for 4 weeks. He's not on the process at all. So far, we're very pleased with all the products that we've tried. Get a tried all of it. Really making a difference. Before Plexus, I was taking sometimes 2 naps a day, and I still take a nap every now and again, but very close by the time I was done with that. It's really making a huge difference in our health. We're older than a lot of older. We have some retirement, but not mine is retired. the treasurer started to come now, it lasted about 9 months, and back at work, and this is, this is definitely retirement or retirement, as from his very great, and everything that's done, or what was done, other people have done.
Elizabeth could have shared her business testimonies. And the thing I love is that both Hannah and Elizabeth are just
Well, my first name is Steve Connors.
okay, and Hannah was so it's not like 18 months or anything here. We're talking just a few months. Starting making the video.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that's me. And as Erin said, I did just start my journey in April, but I really had heard about Plexus about 14 or 15 months ago. And at the time, I was going to school where we were having the biggest contest, and I was spinning, and I was basically starving myself and exercising and the cash prize. So when I first heard about it, I thought, oh, that. Well, in about 4 months. So, I remember seeing Hannah's post on Facebook and thought, I'm just going to give it a try. I'm going to call Hannah and ask for some information. I'm depressed. I can't do this on my own. I have my willpower. I was trying to do at least once a week with me for my family. More so I could eat the cookie dough. Me and my kids would just eat the cookie dough and not equally bake all of the cookies because I just needed that sugar fix. I also drank 3 cups of coffee a day. And I didn't drink it black. I put cream sugar in it or Splenda. And I knew that was horrible for me, but I teach pre-K, and I thought I've got to have something to give me energy. So anyway, I contacted Hannah, and she gave me the information, and I said, this sounds good. What's the cheapest way I can get? And she said, well, you could be a preferred customer, or you could be an ambassador. And I was like, well, I really don't want to sell it. I just want it to be cheap. She's like, well, ambassador is the cheapest, but you sound like you might be a better candidate to be a preferred customer. And I said, but I have to wait 3 months to get it cheap. And I get a little discount, but a big discount. And I didn't know if I'd get it unless I were honest, because I didn't know if it would work for me. So I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and sign up for the ambassador so I can get the 35% get-go. So I got my products in on the 19th, and today, Easter Sunday, that night, usually I'm a teacher. I go to bed thinking 1,000 things I've got to get done this week. Oh my gosh, I forgot this. Oh my goodness, what's coming up? Parent-teacher conference, all of that. And I went to sleep and had one of the best sleeps. And usually I'm tossing and turning all night long, getting maybe 5 hours of sleep. So that was the first thing I noticed. Well, within later on that week, I realized I haven't been drinking my coffee. I had had one in church on Easter. I hadn't had any all week. Leah is in my class with me, and she knows I was up and down that hall drinking coffee all day. I walked around the building with a coffee mug, and hadn't had all week. That was really good, the energy I need. So I thought, and then I had parents coming in going, Nicole was one of my parents. Like, I'm drinking Kool-Aid at 9 o'clock in the morning. What is that? And I was trying to get some energy drink. It's a wellness drink. It's helping me, lose weight. And I'm sleeping great. I'm already getting so much sleep. That just through word of mouth, I had a lot of interest. And I thought, people were asking me, well, how do I get some? And I'm like, I have a website here. So started getting some customers, and like Hannah, by the end of April, I had already paid for my products. I earned enough. And I'm a teacher, my husband's a firefighter, and my husband has a second job. And for me, to at least pay for my products was huge, because I didn't feel guilty of, oh, there she goes again, trying something else. Oh, how much money is it going to cost us? It cost us nothing, because I made back what I needed to pay for my products. So then in May, I started adding to my team, because I started posting on Facebook. And I started posting a couple of times a day, because I didn't know how it would go over with my friends, and I didn't want to act like I'm throwing this all in your face. But then I kept getting messages.
tell me more about this. Oh my gosh, that post you posted about diabetes, I need to know about this. Or, rheumatoid arthritis and chronic pain. People were coming out of the woodwork I hadn't talked to in 20 years through Facebook asking me for information. So I thought, you know what, I'm not bothering people. I'm educating and giving good information. And if they want the information, it's there for them. If not, they can just scroll on by. But between May, June, and July, I've added 22 people to my team. Not just me, but also my team has added people. So this month, I'm thinking I'm about 16 times what I made in April. I'm ballparking. But it's going to keep lessons in such a short amount of time. And as a teacher, that adds up to serious income compared to what I'm spending. Part of the reason I didn't want to sell Plexus is I already sold other products. I sold cookware, I sold jewelry, and I sold skincare. We were on the same skincare team. So last time she's on my team, now I'm on her team. Those products are great, but once I got all the new kitchen stuff, I didn't really need to keep selling them. I was tired of lugging it and bringing home dirty dishes. Then whenever I sold the skincare, it was great, it was fine, but I felt like I was parties about to make money. And when jewelry came around, it was fun for a time, but I was gone every weekend. I was at every trade show. That's how I met Jamie and Mike. And I had to buy all of that. But when I realized with Plexus, it's $35, no inventory, no party, and it's helping people, these products are helping people. I'm not making them look a little bit pretty. I'm not, getting a soup to make dinner in. I'm changing lives. And it's a consumable product that we're going to come back and order again. I really see it in a different light, or I saw it in a different light, and honestly, I think it's the best business I've ever made. And I really feel like it's only going to grow from here. I've had some wonderful people added to my team that I couldn't do without, and I'm excited for all of us to see where it's going to go. And it doesn't do anything. So thankful that I can and she got me to the right track. So anyway, thank you.
When Leah comes up, everybody put out your ticket. We're going to do a couple of drawings for some more prizes. Okay, does everybody have it?
Did I miss anybody earlier?
Everybody
Everyone
get
have
a
a
ticket?
ticket?
No, we need one more ticket. Yeah, the other one. Is this the other house right here? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll just read the last 3 digits. I sit here and mix them all up, and they're just going around in a circle as a little deck. I'll grab this. All right, last 3 digits. 536. All right. We have some Plexus Slim journals. We have some Plexus Slim water bottles with a sample. And we have a bottle of X Factor multivitamin. And then an opportunity of lifetime decision pack. You choose. I'll go ahead and do one more and then we'll have Leah come up. 538. All right.
Thank you, darling.
All right, and Leah, if you want to go ahead and come up. This is Leah Phelps, and she's going to give us her health estimate.
And I'm still in the,
Oh yeah, we've got more. Hold on to your tickets because we'll do another drawing or two. All right, so this is Leah.
Hi everyone, I am Elizabeth Gabber's aide, so we work in the same classroom. Live TV is way different than a room full of people. Okay. Okay, so.
That's too big. What are you going to do? Yeah.
She is right there. That's on live.
And on live TV.
Oh, you're.
Oh. Don't worry about it. I just texted me up. I need a redo.
All right. Okay, so I was right there with her first 2 weeks that she was trying her Plexus. And, during the first, since this, like, Christmas break, very first day of Christmas break, I was like, yeah, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to look so hot this summer. I'm going to get my bikini, looking good, right? Changed my diet. I went to the gym. I went 5 days a week to the gym. I changed my diet so drastically that I was hungry all the time. And, I had gained weight. And going to the gym and gaining weight to me was like, what am I doing wrong? And so I saw Elizabeth, and she's not drinking any more coffee, which means walking in with my Red Bull every day. And then, later on, going to get my Dr. Peppers every day. I was just like, okay, how is she going without this coffee and this pink freeze thing? Sure, okay. You have energy from that one little Kool-Aid every day. But then she started telling me, yeah, I'm losing inches, and, I feel awesome. I sleep great, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't really hard time sleeping. I really like energy. I drink my energy drink every day. I have to leave my house 10 minutes early so I can get my energy drink every day. Okay, I might try that. So I go home, and I'm talking to my boyfriend, and I'm like, okay, so Elizabeth is doing this new thing, and she's, like, got lots of energy, and she's, like, shrinking. I'm not shrinking, and I don't have a lot of energy at all. And so I was like, I think I'll probably try it. So I waited like 2 more weeks. So it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna try that. And I'm like seeing her post on Facebook, watching her every day in class, and I'm like asking her questions every day. I'll just ask her like 1 or 2 questions every day, so it doesn't sound like I'm super interested, But I'm like, well, I want to be interested in you, your life, right? You're doing something new and fun. And then finally, I'm just like, okay, so how do we sign up? Like, how do I do this? And she's like, just telling me kind of the steps through it, and I'm like, okay, but we have a computer right here. Like, we can do it now, right? And she's like, yeah. So she walks me through it, like, nap time in pre-K, and we're going through and we're picking out my welcome pack together, and I'm so excited. And, like, 2 weeks go by, and I'm like, okay, it tastes good. And yeah, I'm drinking more water. That's good. That's a bonus, definitely. Haven't had a Red Bull in 2 weeks. That's pretty cool. Feel bad or anything, but I'm like, I don't feel awesome, I don't think. And then I'm reading her post on Facebook, and she's talking about how she's getting through the whole day with this sustained energy. It's not just, a big burst of energy, and then, you're tired later. I was like, oh, you know what, I think I can have that. Oh, I didn't take a nap at all this week. Like, I got off work, went to the gym, came home, and then I ate dinner. Then I ate dinner, and then I'm back. Like, that doesn't normally happen. And so, I didn't really believe that I had the energy until she had pointed out all the things that she was able to do with this energy, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing that. Okay, cool, all right. But I didn't post to my Facebook or anything for a while. I was like, I don't want anybody to really know I'm doing this. I just kind of want to drink and eat and have lots of energy. And, I started shrinking, and I was like, oh, I could sell this. I could do that. So I went to the gym, and I was eating right, and I wasn't seeing any results. And so I was like, yeah, I could do that. So I started posting and stuff, and I would just do a little bit at a time. Of course, my Facebook is full of, like, people who graduated in 2009, 2010, 2011. These are people who don't really have the extra money yet to be spending on things that, like, supplements and vitamins and stuff. But I got my grandma, I got my aunt, I got my other aunt who I'm not supposed to tell you. She's embarrassed, but I'm like, what's to be embarrassed about? Like, we're doing something awesome for ourselves. I got, a couple other friends interested. Nicole is my new ambassador that I added this week. So yeah, my soon-to-be mother-in-law signed up underneath me as well. So I'm just really excited. I'm seeing the results that I was initially after, and I feel great. I was taking NyQuil every night to go to sleep because I had tried melatonin and I felt jittery. I couldn't sleep. I would try to go to sleep and then jerk awake because the melatonin had affected me wrong or something. Advocaine didn't work. All kinds of different. Drinking the sleepy time tea. I would take a long bath before bedtime. I just was really having problems sleeping. And I have awesome sleep now, and I'm so excited about that too. And I wake up during the summer. Okay, during the summer, I'm up at 8. I don't have anywhere to be at 8. I don't have anywhere to be until maybe noon sometimes. So I would tell you I'm not getting a lot of stuff done. Sometimes I'll clean stuff too, and I have the energy to do that. I did that yesterday. They have new stuff on TV today. I'll do that. Okay.
Okay, good. So thank you, all of you. Really nice variety of stories and different health conditions, and I learned a lot of things about Cynthia that I didn't even know. So now what we're going to do is just do a quick product overview, and again, I want to leave a little bit of time at the end for questions, and also questions of any of whoever brought you or who you're seeing. So we'll make sure. So Plexus has 13 different products. I was talking to a girl at Hobby Lobby today, and I have stuff for this, and she's like, "You have a birthday party?" And I'm like, "No." I go, "Have you heard of Plexus?" And she goes, "Yeah, it's weight loss, right?" And I really think that's kind of a preconceived idea because Plexus Slim is our #1 seller, but even Plexus Slim is just so much more than weight loss. And so I was sitting there trying to tell her that. I lost my 3-year-old John Parker. I'm like, "Where'd he go?" He was over playing with stuff he shouldn't. But so I didn't get the full spiel, but I was able to give her my business card and share with her that it's so much more than that. Check it out. So we've got some really great products for all types of health. I do want to go just quickly through some basics. I'm a registered dietitian by training, and one of the things that made me so skeptical about Plexus was because I felt like it was a diet. A diet you have to eventually go off of. I know that because you can't keep up that Atkins diet, high protein, for the rest of your life. There's a point with all types of diets that you have to go off of them. And that's what I thought about this. I said, it's great that it works, but at some point you're going to go off of it, you're going to resume all your old bad habits, and you're going to be no better off. Well, but I learned I was wrong. The thing that I love about this is it Plexus Slim teaches you new healthy habits. But then you can say you want to stop taking Plexus Slim. You can continue with those habits, drinking more water. Hydration is so important. I think most humans walk around in a chronic state of dehydration. We do not get in enough fluids. And our body, every cell of your body operates off of water. We have so much need for water. Elimination. I think we are constipated a lot. We need what I heard another ambassador say the other night. If 3 cars go in the car wash, 3 cars need to come out the car wash. So I love that. That's a good way to say that as we're all having dinner. We need to be more regular. So that's important. And their diet helps you to make better choices. Eat more appropriate sizes. And these are all habits that you can then take on for the rest of your life and continue to maintain. So I love that about this. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Plexus Slim. It was originally developed for type 2 diabetics. I think a lot of times people go, "Oh, okay, well, I'm not diabetic," so they move on. We all need to have regulated blood sugar. That's how you feel your best. That's how your body works most effectively. And the way that you do that with your diet is you have small, frequent meals throughout the day that are a perfect combination of carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Keep your blood sugar at this nice, steady range where it's just going up and down within this nice range where you feel great, you have good sustained energy, everything's plugging along great. Now, this is provided your body knows how to handle your food appropriately, which our bodies are just messed up because of the environment, because of our food supply, a million things. So I think that's a pretty big assumption that's going to happen all the time. This perfect combination of carbs, protein, and fat, that's hard to do. Our busy lifestyles, it's hard to deliver that to your body on a regular basis. It's a hard thing to do. And as a dietitian, that's something that I would recommend, sitting back thinking, good luck. I hope that works for you. I get it. It's really hard. It's hard to do. But what happens is instead our blood sugar is getting outside of that range. So if it goes too low, what do? We get hungry, we get irritable, we get cranky, we get hungry, we grab some quick energy, Snickers, commercials. They always say that's a good thing. Red Bull, just whatever it might be, something for some quick energy, sugar. And then what happens is instead of getting you up into this nice range, it shoots you up above where you need to be with your blood sugar. Then your body's like, oh no, too much sugar, I'm going to secrete some insulin here and bring that blood sugar back down. What happens though is then your body stores that fat and if you secrete too much insulin, you're back down too low and you're hungry, irritable, quick snacks. So it just becomes this vicious cycle of blood sugar going all over the place. So Plexus Slim can help all of us to keep that nice level blood sugar, and that's why we have that sustained energy. It doesn't feel crazy or wiry. It's just a nice energy that just like your body was intended for. And then of course you supplement that with appropriate meals and snacks and trying to be healthy. Because Plexus Slim, it's not going to do everything. You've got to do your part for sure. So that's the thing when we talk about it regulating glucose levels. It does help diabetics. And we hear story after story of how diabetics are able to increase their insulin or make other changes in a positive way. It also helps to keep your cholesterol, blood pressure, and lipids at healthy levels. There's specific ingredients in there that help to do that. Because your blood sugar is level, it helps to increase your willpower over food. It reduces that binge eating. We all know that they're all natural ingredients, and there's not any caffeine or stimulants in these products. So that's huge. So many other weight loss products have caffeine and stimulants, and some of them have been shown to be pretty scary and dangerous. So it's a really great thing. As you know, you guys have gotten an opportunity to taste it. It's just a little powder that comes in a stick pack that you put in a bottle of water and do it once a day. It's super easy. BioCleanse. So I love this product. ProBio and BioCleanse. Absolutely love it. There's so many things about it. So we again walk around in sort of a chronic state of low oxygen, toxic, the air we breathe, stress we have, our food supply, so many things cause us to be in this low oxygen and toxic state, and it affects your metabolism. The body is not able to bridge your body, and a lot of times stores that in your fat. And so what you want to do is try to get that flushed out. BioCleanse is really great for detoxifying and then cleansing your GI tract and your arteries. Helps to flush the toxins. It also, we tend to be in an acidic state as well, and you want to be more neutral. You guys have heard acidic, neutral, alkaline. You want to be more kind of neutral to a little bit alkaline. So this helps to bring your pH up so that you're not so acidic. Pathogens can't survive as well whenever you so that's important, and that's a really nice thing. We're talking about overall health. So if you don't want pathogens, bugs, to have a nice environment for your body to survive sick, you want to try to make the environment inhospitable. So it neutralizes acidic conditions, enhances your weight loss, flush out those phosphatic fats so your body is like, oh, I can get rid of this. I want to be rid. Supports collagen production, and it releases constipation. It's not a laxative. It's very gentle, but it does help to relieve constipation. So BioFluid. Our next product is ProBio5. So Jamie earlier was talking about yeast. And again, I think a lot of it has to do with just things that we thought were innocent in the past, taking antibiotics, and our food supply again. You know why the Atkins diet works is because when you take an entire food group, carbohydrates, out of your options, think about every snack that you can get at the grocery store that's not a fruit or vegetable. It's crackers, it's bagels, it's a carbohydrate of some sort. So that's how you lose weight on that, is because your options are so limited. And there's other reasons as well. But what happens is yeast, candida yeast, is a normal yeast that's part of just your digestion. The problem happens is whenever it's allowed to overgrow. And when that happens, then it starts to take over the lining of your intestinal tract, and it can actually penetrate it and cause what you've probably heard, a leaky gut. And when that happens, things that are designed to stay inside your GI tract and make their way on out start getting out into your body, in your bloodstream, and that can affect all types, every organ in your body that can affect. So you hear about all of these mystery illnesses. A lot of times they have to do with candida yeast overgrowth that has damaged the lining of your GI tract and it's impacting your health overall. So we don't want to get rid of candida yeast completely because it does serve a purpose in digestion, but what you want is just to get it at an appropriate level. So what ProBio5 does is it has 5 probiotics, but it also has enzymes that help to penetrate, think of like a Jenga, that kind of crust hard outer layer. That's hard to do. But ProBio5 has specific enzymes that help to penetrate that so that it breaks down that organism and that yeast organism and it dies. And then the probiotics will help for healing your gut and just getting your whole GI tract to work back the way it is. So some of these candida symptoms, we talked about this, it affects every organ in your body, but it does increase your sugar cravings. Candida feeds off of sugar. Yeast feeds off of sugar. Rubber-made bread, important that you some type of sugar in there, the yeast feeds off of that. So a lot of times you'll have extra sugar cravings, anxiety, irritability, feel lethargic, allergies, acne, just so many things that you'll learn that are improved a large extent. And that's taken at night on the stomach. And I really do like to pair up ProBio and BioCleanse because when you think about it, you're killing off all this excess yeast. Well, you want to get that out of there. You don't want to just. So it's good to pair it with BioCleanse so that it's really okay, X Factor. Absolutely love this. So I posted on Facebook either yesterday or today. My whole family, my husband and my 3 children, were sick 4 different times over the winter, whatever, just various things. I was caring for them all. I didn't get sick once. So a couple of times I got a little scratchy throat, but it never turned into it. And I firmly believe it's a combination of X Factor and also my Plexus. So that's what's different. It has aloe, and aloe has both a whole leaf and gel form of aloe. And you can Google aloe and learn a lot about it, but what it does is it really helps with the absorption of nutrients. So multivitamins, here's the problem with multivitamins, is if just over-the-counter multivitamins, you take that pill, and ideally it's absorbed and utilized within your body, and it goes and does whatever those vitamins and minerals are supposed to do. But a lot of times with over-the-counter, it just comes right out the other end because they're not high-quality nutrients, or your body doesn't know what to do with them, so it doesn't know how to absorb them. The cool thing about X Factor is this aloe helps to increase the absorption. Depending on the nutrient, anywhere from 300 to 500% increase in absorption. So that's great. But not only does it help increase the absorption of the vitamins in X Factor, but it also helps increase the absorption of your food, all the vitamins and minerals in your food, and also in your Plexus sun. So these things are all going to just work better. Another thing, and I didn't know this, but multivitamins, there's like, let's just take vitamins. There are several grades, qualities of vitamin C. Let's say 1 to 10. A lot of your over-the-counter multivitamins have the lower grade, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this has more up to that 10, 11, 12. So a higher quality nutrient for ounce. So it's really great. Also has antioxidants using black currant. The other night I said this and I said Vermont. I think it's in it's special. But they told me no. So it gives oxygen to light to protect against damaged cells. This is one of the most powerful antioxidants. And you know, antioxidants fight against free radicals. And free radicals will attack the parts of the body and cause you to have disease. And it does support whole body wellness. My sister's pregnant. She's about, I think, 14, 15 weeks. And her OB approved for her to go ahead and take this with the addition of some folate. So, of course, you would want to talk to your doctor about that. But it's a really great vitamin. And also, she gets sick a lot when she's pregnant. So well absorbed. Because, you know, a lot of pregnant people, when they take their their prenatal, they just throw it right back up, and she doesn't have as much problem. We also have our X Factor chewables for kids, and I just started my kids on these in the last couple weeks, and they are begging me for them. More vitamins, please. They really do taste good, and a lot of the same benefits that you find in the regular. A couple of more products I just want to highlight here. Oh, sorry. Come back. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Just real quickly, so Plexus Slim we talked about. I'm just highlighting, you know, maybe the most common ones. We have a lot of other great products. Our Plexus 96, these are protein shakes. They have, vanilla has 96 calories, the chocolate has 100. And they're great for just like a quick snack or even a meal on the go, breakfast. I do chocolate almond milk. Trust me, chocolate almond milk with a chocolate powder, and then a handful of frozen strawberries and bananas out of the freezer section. Just trust me, because I can taste those metallic protein. I don't like it at all. They also have, if you're wanting to accelerate your weight loss or get up over a plateau, we have 2 different options: Accelerator Plus and Boost. And you don't take them both, one or the other. And your ambassador can share between pros and cons. And we have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you can try one. If it's not your match, then you can go and try the other. So those are really great products. A lot of people love them. And then we also have our body cream, which I use as a just face moisturizer. Burns. I could not believe that I burned my finger and on the other. Took the burn right out of it. My daughter burned it on my curling iron. Took the burn right out of it. So it's just a great product. We've got like skin patches or molds or there's all kinds of things to do this. And then we also have our whole fast relief system. So we have a fast relief cream, fast relief capsules. The cream is like topical if you've got a muscle soreness or I had a grip in my back. I woke yesterday and I put some on it and I hurt throughout the day yesterday. I had to ice it a couple times. I'm like 100% now. It's just crazy. That never happened. The fast relief capsules are something that you take more long term. My husband has chronic back pain. He's a teacher in college, and he was popping 4 to 8 Advil a day, just depending upon that day, just throughout the day. Just had constant pain, and so I got him on this. Oh, I don't know. A lead. That's a lead. Yeah, you were like, whoa. I think they're 2 a day. No. But I got him on the fast relief capsules and the nerve health support, which is also more of a long term. And after about a week and a half, he noticed, he looked up, he wasn't taking his Advil. So happy about it. So, and I do want to, you had a pain testimony. Will you share? Nothing like putting her on the spot. We just met this evening.
I was off the hook.
No. So here you go. Come here. I'm Tanya. Tanya Mitchie. Hi. Tanya Mitchie. My journey with Plexus initially was to lose weight. I gained 30 pounds being on prescription medication. I really valued my staying just by walking through the door. That walking through that door that day changed my life. Part of the steel door frame fell on me. So I was left with a fused ankle, totally fused, in the hair all the day, and a syndrome called RSD. There's no cure for it. And when I was finally diagnosed with it, I went home and I Googled, and it literally made me they give up. They live the life of a pain person on medication, and they don't want to do the pain. They are in a wheelchair, and they lose their limb. When I saw that, I said, that's it. I did everything the doctors was part of the pain management and pain management practice as a patient. And they have all kinds of crazy medications. And I had spinal blocks in my back, sympathetic blocks, and because my sympathetic nervous is out of whack. It never went into remission. But I would have to, because I would have to take off work, I would have to sign a form that could cause death paralysis. I looked up at my husband and him, wife is dead, is paralyzed. I prayed to God. There's got to be something. And I did a lot of praying, I did a lot of Bible study, I did a lot of different churches. And what I learned is I had to be still to hear his voice. And I knew there had to be something for me. I had gotten off all the prescription medication. I did some different types of therapy. I didn't have the very but I still, it comes down to nothing. Well, from the inactivity and not being able to walk, I could I was miserable. I had tried to lose my life, not to get one hand. And I just thought, oh well, I'm old. Just, I was injured in 2004, so that's my journey. So I've been on Plexus last year in February, and I'm very skeptical, but I took Plexus Slim to my naturopathic doctor, and I had her do a scan on it and tell me those products
were good enough to. And she said, what she did say, this is very pungent. So, and my liver had all the, from all the basic medications that they have. I could leave them if I had just, but I didn't. So anyway, about the time I decided to sign up, I was one of those that didn't move right away. But this was different. My clothes were falling apart. I was shrinking. I would joke on the bush. But the scale still said the same thing. There's something to this. So about the time they went to convention last year, I was too new. You know, I was still trying to figure out the Plexus thing. That's when the pain management shared Plexus. And I was on the call, and I found out that there were these pain products developed by a pain management doctor. And I sat there in my chair that I sat in for years. And I listened to this call, and it was God speaking. I basically all over. But I have it on me now. I have it on me now. I know that those products, he developed those products for people that have chronic pain. I don't care what kind of chronic pain you have. These products were developed because you cannot, when you have something chronic, you cannot stay on certain medications because it will take your life. And so, every word he said, I did. Thank you, and you. So, a woman that wanted to just lose weight got so much more. All these products. These are my favorite. They don't hurt the liver. They don't work like the other stuff. They're good for you. The fast food, if you like it, you can take one of those every morning with a big glass of water, and it takes care of the inflammation. We all have inflammation in the body. And it'll actually help you kind of lose that puffiness look that everyone has, and you know, the Plexus ring the kind of fun. But these are, this company is so different. It's, you know, I love these young gals, Jen's team. I met them all, the ones in Dallas at a seminar. They treated me like I was one of them. Old enough to be their mother. You know? These girls are fabulous. And everyone, no matter what team you're on, everyone helps everybody. So different. In this God, and I feel like I have a lifetime. And it's up to us to go out there and share this with everybody. It's hard to sometimes get out of your comfort zone, but you know that you can help someone. And this was me. I was like, oh my gosh, my upline is a diamond. Jennifer Cole. She lived, I know, she's only in the hospital. Oh, but I met her. What are the chances of that? What are the chances? Did God put this in my life or what? So anyway, and she left. And I just stayed with it. I posted on Facebook. I'm not going on Facebook because my name is brother. And I would just check Facebook, my own. I would check to make sure the life. That's how I got my face. So then I started getting my friends. We lived in Dallas, so I had all these old friends with raising our kids and all that. They're on Facebook. And we started. You must think I'm crazy. I'm going to befriend me, and that's it.
started private messaging me. I need this. And bingo, I have this. It's awesome. So, anyway, thank you. I finally all this. Feel. Met her tonight. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, what if? So, kind of bringing this full circle at the beginning, we talked about this what ifs. What if it could change your life financially? What if there was something that would allow you to really have the life of your dreams, be able to stay home with your kids, or being able to get out of debt, or being able to save retirement, or whatever that might be. I don't know what that is. But just something to think about. What if Plexus was the last thing that you had to try? And those of you that are here that are ambassadors, I just want to challenge you to take it to the next level. Whatever it is that you're doing right now, maybe you're not posting on Facebook yet. Do that. Just do it. I just want to raise the hands. Who in here heard about Plexus through Facebook? I see maybe a handful that did not. So it's a great tool. It's a social network, and this is network marketing. I mean, they're like peas and carrots. They go hand in hand. So, or maybe you're posting on Facebook every day, but there's something else that you can do to take this level. And those of you here that are not ambassadors, I think this is more pertinent to you. What if Plexus was the last thing that you had to try for your health or for your financial situation, whatever that might be. So it's just something to think about. So, and like I talked about this at the beginning, remember those stats. $1 billion projected. So this really is a time of growth. 1,000 is a great time to join a company like this. That's all that I have. I'm open to some questions, and if I don't know the answer, I'm more than happy to get you the answer because I have your. Any questions? Anybody? Yeah. The 60, okay, yes, that's a good question. So the question was, if you're an ambassador and you sell some product to someone, and then they take the product, and then the 60-day money back guarantee, so they decide they want to send their product back, then does your commission, does that impact you? It does impact your commission. Now, the timing is going to be kind of weird. So sometimes, right? Yeah, it's based upon, the timing's going to be kind of weird. So, like, if they get the product, take it for 10 days, send it back, then it will be as if you never. Now, within that, if you've already been paid for it, not that I'm aware of that they were deducted off of it. No. It's not going to start out. The other neat thing is if you take the product for 4 months, if you take the product for 120 days and decide you don't want it, you get your most recent 60 days money back. So it's not like after at the 61st day that you're taking it that the money back guarantee is off. It's like whatever most previous 60 days you've been on the product. So that's really, really nice. I mean, these are things that companies just don't do. So it's a really cool perk. And that gives you a little bit of ease in trying. Did I answer your question? Any others? All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. We're hoping to do these about once a quarter. So I would love to have any of you back with guests, bringless guests, or bring yourself again. And I just think it's always fun to hear about the opportunity, hear about the business, hear about the products, and then these testimonials are what always blow me away. Every single time I go to one of these, it's like, wow, there's nothing like hearing it live. So anyway, thank you all for coming, and you can just visit with whoever brought you or whoever's around you, and we have the room till 8:30, so you're welcome to sit around. Thanks. Oh, yeah, we have a couple more prizes. Yeah, I always forget this. Thank you, Hannah. So we have 2 journals, an opportunity card, and another water bottle. All right, you ready? Last 3 digits are 521. So we have, this is a 3-day supply of cinnamon accelerator and a journal. All right, let's do another. Ready? 535. The next one is 537. All right. 523. Okay, here's the 2. All right, we have a 3-day trial with a CD that talks about business opportunity. 527. 524. Yay! All right. Well, again, thank you everyone for coming. Hopefully this has been beneficial, and just enjoy yourselves. Thanks.
Really?